we need to at least... Let's make 25k, okay? So I need to ace level 1. Okay, first one. Where is he? Where is he? Okay. We take that though. There we go. I don't know if we had the zebra already. Oh, that was a close one. Ah! Oh! Oh, there's safari? We shouldn't shoot the safari probably, right? Just a gut feeling. Let's get this one again because they are rare. He's calling. Or whatever. We're gonna let him do that. Okay, I don't know if the helicopter... What? Where? Shoot him up with Metal Dragon. Ah, I heard of it. It's so good. Okay, I'm excited for this one then. Because that's the thing, when you grew up with an... Ah, there we go. I had to whiff a bit. It's okay. It's like playing Overwatch. Time to kill is just rather high. When you grew up with an Amiga, you don't have the same games that others do, right? So basically, you start exchanging games, and I don't know how, because I'm from Austria. And I grew up in a very rural area. And my dad always had games, and I said, like, where do you get it from? He was like, from Uncle Bert. And Bert was my dad's best friend, and so he was my uncle, of course, just like how it is in German-speaking countries. And he just had a broken old Amiga 500. And we had like 5 big triple floppy deck boards. I think it was over 2,000 floppies for 500 games. I'm not sure anymore. And I was like, some of these games we didn't get from Uncle Bert. Like, he was licking his fingers and he said, I want those games, but they're not running on my stock 500. I don't have the expansion and stuff like that. So I said, Dad, where do we get the games from? He said, oh, some are from the other uncle, Uncle Peppy. And the other ones are from Norway, Denmark, Finland, Sweden, and the Netherlands. And I said, okay, how are they reaching us in Austria? And he said, oh yeah, sometimes we boot up these games and then there are some post office addresses and some numbers. And I just call them. And I told them which games I have, and so we were writing lists. And when you boys were going to bed, I sat down, and with X copy, I was copying all those floppies. And so were they. And we just exchanged them via mail. And I said, so, let's say a quarter or a third of the games we have, some guys in Norway, Sweden, Denmark copied and sent to us. Total strangers. He said, yeah. Amiga people do be great, and I was flabbergasted by that fact. So of course we had some games which were PDs, and I thought those were like full releases, and I wouldn't second question the quality of those games. But then again, I see those games now being either super popular or no one has ever heard about them, and I'm shocked. And then again, people said, what, you never played Swift, you never played this or that game? And I was like, nah, never heard of that game. The Amiga days were weird because you were in your own bubble. The games you had were the games that existed, right? And reading Amiga format or Amiga Power as a kid didn't do half of it. Checking mailboxes for floppy material was always exciting, right? And the thing is, you got floppy disks, and sometimes they didn't write stuff on it that we could read, or sometimes they didn't write anything on it. And it was mostly crack throw or trainer blasted disks. So you would enter a disk and you had the cool music, the cool trainer menus, and you didn't know what was booting up. I remember Helter Skelter, which is a kid's game, if you will, except for the controls. It's such a horrible intro that the moment we booted it up and I was a kid, it shocked me so hard that my parents were like, we can't keep that game. Kids can't take it. Then I found my dad's disc copy of Party Games. I know that he kept it somewhere else for reasons now. Amiga days were wild. They were wild. Hey, we got no minus points. So if we are doing a good job now, taking more pictures and getting rid of our ammo quicker. Okay, now I'm gonna be armed, because I know that someone will be hiding back in the riverbed as well. That's something to watch out for. Oh! Assholes. But the ammo count is way better this time around, so... Oh, my mouse starts to get stuck again. I have a feeling that the riverbed will be occupied. There we go. Look at him. Oh no, I wanted to get rid of the wilderers. Sorry, animals. A full-blown safari trip all of a sudden. Bruh, I couldn't react to this, even if I wanted to. Ah. But we got good points for the pictures we've taken, so... that's something. 26k 500. Okay, we're happy with that score, so let's see how far we can push it now. It's a population score. Doesn't need to be pristine. Ooh, airplane. Uh-huh. Those are wilderers, alright. Hey, I wanted to shoot him. Oh no, he's got a camera. He's alright. What? Oh no! Bruh, oh, we're dead. We're dead. But we still get our points in. I like that the Jaguar just pops into your face. What the hell? Wick 20, Armstrad, CPC, Amiga 500, Amiga 1030. I think, Nivrik, you had the right order there. I never had a Wick 20, I never had an Amstrad CPC. I just seen footage of them, I have them here in my FPGA. So those are things I want to check out once my Amiga list is now done and we can ease up a bit. But from what I've seen, like going from a Wick to a CPC already, big upgrade. And the CPC, although gameplay to me looks a bit stuttery or not as fluid because I grew up with the Amiga, obviously I'm used to different things. The leap from an Amstrad CPC to an Amiga might seem big in terms of graphics, but I think in terms of gameplay, innovation, and music, especially if you jump to Amiga 500, it was a very comfortable jump because it was exciting and new, but it wasn't like going from a Game Boy to N64 or something like for the past console generation, right? 34950, okay, let me write that up and move it, 34950. Let's jump into our scoreboard. I need that for evidence as well, so I can post this one. 34950, hardly readable, but it's real. CPC struggles with large screen memory for the CPU it has and no hardware support for sprites and scrolls.